Hi guys, this is Jonah and my little sister Eliana. My dad builds lots of crazy things, and I mean lots of crazy things. For example, he built a Voltron costume with wings that fold in and out, and today we're gonna make a virtual pinball machine, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. Bye. We're going to Best Buy to buy the TV to know what size to cut the wood. After cutting all the cabinet parts, my dad taught me to use the jigsaw to cut out the hole for the coin door. My dad assembled the cabinet parts using the screws that work well for plywood. Though we still needed to paint the cabinet and apply artwork, my dad couldn't wait to see it with the legs attached. Once the pinball machine was at the right height for us, he then marked and drilled the holes and attached the legs. He then marked the holes and needed to install a level coin door. He drilled the holes and installed the door. At this point, we were starting to see it all come together. When we decided what buttons we needed to install, we drew marks of where we wanted to install the buttons. My dad took special care to ensure our little hands could reach the flipper buttons. Some of the buttons also require drilling small holes to keep the buttons from spinning around when installed. Each button comes with a lighted switch which you attach after sliding the button into the hole. It was really exciting to see the buttons being installed, but a lot of work was left to do. The flippers required a hole of 2 different depths. We used a Forstner bit and a spade bit for those holes. As a guide, we marked and checked the depth needed for those using a mark on a spare piece of wood. These are called leaf switches. When the button is pressed, the two strips of metal connect to close the circuit and tell the computer to move the flipper. Now my dad is building the scoreboard. He is making a rabbit to attach the scoreboard to a piece of plexiglass that will hide a monitor which will display art for the games we will play. Yay! Time to assemble the backboard. The backboard will contain the scoreboard monitor, speakers, and a monitor for the game art. You're looking at the completed scoreboard. We used an old 19-inch monitor and speakers. We carefully cut out the rectangle for the monitor and used the virtual pinball software to reposition the scoreboard to fit within this rectangle. I really like how this old school scoreboard looks when it's on. Time to put together the remaining pieces of the backboard. My dad installed and pinned in the scoreboard. He then slid the plexiglass into the small data grooves he cut into the sides of the cabinet. He then installed the back glass monitor, which is sitting on a shelf. Finally, he topped it off with the top piece, which holds the monitor in place. The backboard is looking awesome. I can't wait to see this with the artwork from our favorite games. Time to fill in the holes so we can apply the custom cabinet artwork, which I also helped design. This is my favorite part. An awesome artist drew our family as our favorite superheroes. On the right is our dog Irie, looking pretty tough. The vinyl art probably would have been a lot easier to apply if my dad had help, but it's past our bedtime, so he carefully removed part of the protective paper and gradually worked in one direction. He has smoothed out the air bubbles using a plastic spatula. When it was installed, he used a fine razor blade to cut the excess vinyl and holes for buttons. The front artwork was easier and followed the same process. Finally, my my dad finished the work with the Makerwitz logo on the sides of the back cabinet. Looking sweet. Once the artwork was applied, he used small metal brackets to protect the art and reinstalled the legs. Now we're ready to install the computer, sound system, power, buttons, and playfield. Lots of wiring for the buttons, but all essentially work on the same principle. There's a wire connecting to each switch to power the lights and wire to tell the computer when the button is pressed. Leave a comment if you have any questions or would like us to make a video explaining this or any other part of the build. This controller tells the computer what to do when a button is pressed. Each of these wires goes to one of the buttons on the cabinet. The controller is connected to the computer by USB cable. Finally, we soldered a button to tell the computer to go into sleep mode or wake up. We connected these wires to the pins on the motherboard as specified by the manufacturer's manual. The last big step is to mask the playfield glass. With the glass in place, the tape is positioned to match exactly where the monitor will be installed. We removed the glass, transferred the masking to the underside of the glass, and applied paint. This took 4 coats to get it just right. Now, time for the great reveal.
Shoot the ball, why not do it with some skill? We're descending towards Hill Valley, California at 4:29 p.m. on Wednesday, October 21st, 2015.
Stop. Look, I need to borrow your other boy.
This was a very tough yet rewarding project. We learned a lot in the process and enjoyed most of it. If you are interested in learning more, would like us to release plans, or have any questions, please comment below and don't forget to subscribe. Click the bell to get notified on our next crazy creation.
And stay healthy and safe.
Thanks for watching. Makerwitz out.